Bogarty goodness.
Yes. So, still tired. My voice still hasn't really came back yet. But, oh my God, look at that. This is like a deja vu, right?
Yeah.
So, the first time I saw these, I went, oh my God. And we put them on, and then something happened to the car.
Pow! Right in the
Pow! Pow! Right in the front end. So, look, we got home yesterday. Last night, to be exact.
Yeah.
And there was all kinds of mess with the airline on Aiden and Dad and Dalton and Sabri, the t-shirt girl.
There was just no adult supervision going
There's
on.
no. Aiden was in charge of everything. I'm not real sure what Dad had going on, but it was just a mess. Their flights got delayed. Basically, they were stranded. They walked out of Chicago's O'Hare International, and then once they walked out, they couldn't get back in until 3:30. They missed their connecting flight. So, of course, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm still awake last night. After
Dealing with all this shit.
Dealing with all this shit. I finally found them a room. They were cool enough. The people, when they got off the flight, they said, hey, y'all's connecting flight was delayed all afternoon also. It left 20 minutes ago. So, we kept getting the notifications that it was delayed, and we were, yes, thinking they both are going to get delayed at the same, you know, and turns out they weren't. So they missed it by 20 minutes. So they basically were fixing to sleep in the airport. I said, look, it's going to suck. No matter what you do for the next 7 hours, it's going to suck. They got off the plane. The dude was really cool, though, and he's helpful. He got them on an 8 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's 12:30 at night. They don't have, there's 100 people standing in line waiting on taxis that I didn't even realize taxis were a thing anymore. Everybody Ubers or Lyfts. So, and Aiden does all that stuff. Aiden tried for over an hour to get a Lyft or an Uber. Something about in Chicago, they're all on strike or something. This is coming from
the
Aiden.
Uber and Lyft drivers?
This is coming from Aiden.
Wow.
Yes. So, there's like 100 people standing in line. So Dad stands in line while Aiden tries to find a motel. Aiden's 15. So Aiden's looking for motels. Every place that he calls is booked up. Can't get a motel. So Dad gets out of line.
I need a seat for this.
Man. So then Dad gets out of line.
The 100 people line.
Finally, Aaron finds a motel. Well, then they got to get back in line. I don't know what time they got to the motel. Had to have been 2. They scheduled an Uber that showed up this morning. I don't know how. I don't know what happened. But Aiden was, last I talked to him, he was, but Dad, I'm nervous. I scheduled an Uber. What if they don't find, what if nobody comes just like tonight? He said, because I had a bunch of them scheduled.
Yeah.
And it kept saying, locating the nearest driver. Well, it never located one. There was nobody around.
Oh, man.
So he was worried. And I go, well, if you got somebody meeting you at the at the motel, which was 2 miles from the place, I'd have walked.
Yeah.
Like, before I waited in that 100-person line. It's only 2 miles, man. Hey, I could make that
You
happen
hoof it 2 miles.
in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd have been asleep as soon as I got off the plane.
Yeah.
But, so I was like, 3:30 in the morning, y'all's flight isn't until 8. The dude gave vouchers to where they didn't even have to stand in line. I mean, this dude was cool, man. He did them right. He did them right. Had vouchers to where they didn't even have to stand in line. They just go to the front of the line. And I said, 3:30, that's pretty early. If something happens, that's enough room where you can figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, you can run to the airport from there.
Yeah.
So they went to these motels for an hour and a half. I think they charged phones. They took showers. I said, look, you can't fall asleep. If you fall asleep, man, you ain't making it.
Yeah. That's some good hotels that you can rent by the hour.
Yeah. That was Motel 6. They kept the light on for him.
Yep.
So Aiden had baseball practice today. He already missed a week worth of baseball practice last week because he's out of town with me.
Practice people don't have their shit together.
I know. But before he practices, he's got to have a physical. He was supposed to have his physical at 10 o'clock this morning.
Missed it.
He missed that deal. Anyways, they did catch the flight. They got there at 8. They didn't eat since noon the day before. And anybody that knows Aiden, he was hungry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
There was nothing open. He couldn't find anything. I said,
Man.
find a vending machine. Find something. How does O'Hare, something as big as that place,
It's one of the biggest.
how's it shut down? You would think that there's 24-hour stuff
At
going
least
on
in
there.
McDonald's.
Well, once they walked out of there, they wouldn't let them back in. They were going to go find a place. They were going to go find where their gate number and sleep there for a while. They done fucked up. They walked out. Once you walk out, the security guards won't let you back in.
Man.
So, I mean, I'd have been like, you just saw me walk out, man.
Just like we did at the Boston game when we walked out of that gate. 2 steps. No, man, you can't come back in.
But what we do?
Look, man, I'm coming back in.
What we do?
Yeah.
I said, man, you just watched us walk out. You told us where to go.
Yeah.
We showed him on our phone, hey, where's this at? He goes, oh, it's this way. So we walked out the gate, and then he wouldn't let us back through whenever we found out it was the wrong way.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
none of that was really funny. Like, I felt terrible for him at that point.
I felt
but
bad, man.
earlier in the day,
There's a bunch of kids, and then Dad. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
And you know how it goes. Old people and kids, they're the same.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's just becoming young again.
Yep.
You got no cares.
yeah,
Just walk around like this right here. I bet this is what Dad's just walking around, you know. And I'm going. So I called Dad a couple of times. I was like, man, help Aiden keep it together. You know, he feels like all this is his responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, and he feels like he's letting everybody down because he can't figure nothing out. So, you know, and
that fool's 15.
yeah, and you know, he takes it hard. He felt
Yeah.
like he let everybody down because he couldn't find an Uber.
Yeah.
You know? He said, man, it ain't a big deal. It don't matter if you know what you're doing or not. You act like you do all the time.
Yep.
And the people who are following you, they're going to follow you.
Yep.
Whether you know where you're going or not.
Yep. They're gonna follow. So, but earlier in the day, their first plane that they caught, dude. When he told me that they were gonna try to see if they had enough gas to make it to the next flight, dude, I nearly pissed myself
I'll
driving down the
explain.
road.
So,
Okay. God, it's the whole
so they fly out of what's
Moline,
Moline, Illinois. There's 2 flights a day there. You're either on the 8 o'clock in the morning flight or you're on the 4:30 flight.
405.
4:05 flight. But we was on the 4:05 flight.
Yeah.
It was just a coincidence.
Yeah.
Turns out it's terrible.
Terrible idea.
So they take off and they fly in a couple circles.
Not a real circle.
Not a
though.
real circle though, like a freaky circle. You know? So they're in the air for about an hour. They gotta be in the air for about an hour.
Yeah.
And then Dad texts me and says, we're landing back at Moline. And I was like, huh? The place y'all took off from an
But
hour
why,
ago?
though?
And I was like, what for? So then Erin gets a notification if they can't fly into Chicago because there's storms there. So she gets a note on her notification comes their travel. This is their travel path.
Oh, you didn't look that up? That like got sent to you.
Oh, no, I looked that up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought it came with
No,
My
no,
bad.
the delays.
You gotta look that up.
So anyway, she looks up their flight path, and
Dude, it looks like they made a heart.
yeah. So they do this right here, and then they do this right here, and then they just circle, and it's the same path.
Yeah.
It's a couple of them. It's like running our data over them.
Yeah.
And you can see.
I just got another alert that says your flight is now departing at 6:25. It's been delayed by 15 minutes.
No, everybody's already home now.
Yeah.
So it's just circles, an hour worth of circles.
Yeah.
What's even funnier, I'm gonna skip a little bit real quick. I'll go back. But when we picked them up today, Dalton goes, I don't understand why we landed in the same spot, man. When we was flying around, I seen 4 or 5 airports. Hey, look at me. He goes, Dalton, it was the same airport. He goes, he said, we were flying in circles. That happened this morning, dude. I forgot to tell you. Hey, I was too exhausted to laugh. Though.
Yeah.
Like, because they were just worn out.
Yeah,
you
dude,
know?
I can imagine.
So anyways, so Dad says we landed. And I was like, but what for? What are y'all going to do now? And he goes, well, I don't know. We couldn't go to Chicago. And I was like, but now what? And he goes, I don't know. We're just sitting on the plane because the airport shut down. And I was like, what do you mean? And he goes, well, there's no workers here. And he goes, so there's nobody to drive the truck out to where we can get out and walk down the steps. Because it's one of them little airports.
Yeah.
You know, and they're on the little 2-seat pencil plane.
Yeah.
So he said, he sat there for like 30 minutes. And he goes, they're trying to get the employees to come back to work because there's 2 flights a day out of that place.
Yeah.
We talked about that. 8 and 4:05.
Yeah.
So the next text I get from him, he goes, pilot thinks we can make it on the fuel.
Dude, when you sent me that.
I mean, what do you say to that? The pilot probably went,
Yeah. He
"I
was
think
up
we
there.
can make it." And he went, and he looked at it from the side, tapped the old fuel gauge a couple times and goes, I think we can make it.
I know this plane. We're good. Oh, man.
You ever seen the movie Captain Ron?
I haven't.
Okay. One of my favorite parts ever in Captain Ron is he tells them, man, we're almost there. They're on a boat. They're stranded out in the middle of the ocean. And he goes, we're almost there. And he goes, well, how do you know we can't see anything? He goes, listen to this. When we left, we had just enough fuel to get there. And we are almost out of fuel. so he knew that they was almost there.
Man.
And that reminded me of that's what it was, man. He was like, we're going to try to make it on the fuel. And they came over the intercom, and that's what he told them, that they're going to try to make it on the fuel that they got. What do you say to that through a text
What do
message?
you mean try?
I go, well, good luck. I mean, what are you going to do? You're going to coast in on fumes as long as y'all make it.
Yeah.
After doing that, that pilot ain't going to try to make it if he can't make it.
Yeah. I mean, you would.
So then the
Knowing
next
good
thing-
well you didn't have enough fuel.
Yeah, so then the next thing you know, Aiden texts, we're getting off the plane. I was like, oh, they must have called in, the people. That
Yeah.
came. So then they had to wait like an hour for the other people to get there to get the luggage off the plane. So then, once they got the luggage off the plane, the pilot said that he had to be in Chicago for another flight tonight. So he's leaving as soon as they fill the plane up and they allow them to fly in.
Yeah.
So I told Dad, you better be on that plane. Otherwise, 8 and 4:05.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what if you can't get on the 8 o'clock one?
Yeah.
Then you're sitting there again until 4:05. So they asked the people, you either get a full refund, we can get you on a flight tomorrow, or you can leave at 9 o'clock tonight. Was it 9 or 10? 9 or 10 o'clock tonight,
Yeah.
whenever this plane goes to Chicago. I told Dad, your best chances of getting home are being in Chicago. You ain't getting home from Moline. That ain't happening. So they stayed on it. Then they had to put their bags back on the plane after the dude with the earmuffs took them off.
Just mad about it, just throwing everybody's shit around because he had to come back to work.
Anyways, so I was up late again after 5 weeks of being on the road. I mean, I did enjoy my bed. I did enjoy my shower. But I didn't really get no sleep. Then I was up again at 7:45 this morning because the 5 weeks worth of mail that we went through last night when we got home, I had, 7 or 8 Pike Pass. You ran this Pike Pass, we're going to take your license. check,
Yeah.
So, that said you had 30 days to pay them. The 8th is when I got the first one. Yesterday was the 8th. That's 30 days.
30 days later.
Yeah. So we tried to look it up, pay it online, and they said that they couldn't find our number on there. So I called them when they woke up at 8 o'clock, or whenever I woke up this morning. I called them at 8 o'clock to take care of it. So
Man. They get you at the toll booth.
Man. Because you know the shit that you got to go through to get your license back whenever they do take something like that? And then they already sent me to a collection agency after 5 weeks.
For some $25.
Look, man, I've been gone, man.
Yeah. Trying to make money to pay for them toll roads.
Man. So anyways. So yes, we've literally only got 2 weeks here.
Sorta.
Poor fucking thing. Don't panic over there. So we have to do as much as we can while we're home for these 2 weeks. We do have Outlaw Armageddon this weekend, and we are going to go.
It's so hot.
It is hot, It's our local track. We got to go. We're going to go. We're not going to get to make no test passes. So we're just going to let her eat at the Invitational.
Sure, it'll be fine.
But since we have no man van, we have no 55. Aiden has a baseball tournament this weekend, so we can't do the
hard tire daily driver.
Daily driver. We have no other option except to race the Nova, the MPK Nova, that has a broken strut.
Still.
It is what it is. We're just gonna have to race it. We gotta race something.
Yeah.
And look, I'm all out of stuff, man. The Wagoneer's fast for a Wagoneer, but there's not a Wagoneer class.
No.
We don't have nothing else to race.
You're
gonna race the shop truck.
Yeah, against some Pro Mod trucks.
Hey, whatever. It'll still be fun.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, I'm gonna go Thursday and Friday to Aiden's baseball games, and then I'll just be out there Saturday and show up. You know, it is what it is. So, long story short, I didn't mean to take y'all all around the, in the circles.
In the circle like that airplane went?
In the freaky circles. But this is basically saying we've got 2 weeks to be here. Next week, we will be going
to
wherever
Austin?
the OG's at to fit the motor, tranny.
What motor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It ain't a Hemi.
It ain't a Hemi?
No. Just so that
well,
everybody
you fucked
knows.
up then.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I fuck up a lot of stuff. It is what it is. But I already mounted one tire. We got the new tires in. So when we got home, the good thing about coming home, it is so nice to be home.
It is.
But it was like Christmas. There was so much stuff here waiting on us. But that just means we got to work.
Yes.
We're going to get the Scout tomorrow. Are we going to put these tires on it?
I think we should.
Ugh.
Them big old...
You know what I feel about tires, right? Putting tires on shit?
Yeah, you don't like it.
I don't like it.
The Recon grappler. I couldn't remember what the name...
Recon,
Yeah.
man, that sounds cool.
The Recon Nitto grappler.
So, we did busted up both front wheels. One of them's really busted up. The other one is just kind of a little bit busted up. Which at some point, I'd like to give those away to somebody.
Oh, there you go.
If you're cool with that.
Yeah.
At this point, I just cleaned up these tires.
Them tires are brand new. They ain't got no flat spots on them.
No, you gotta hit the brakes to have flat spots. He was in the throttle the whole time. I bet the back tires are good too. Oh man.
Dude, we need sleep.
We get so delirious whenever we've been up for so long.
Man. So, we called our boys at Bogart.
We said, look.
Sent them some pictures. You know those badass new wheels that you built that was the first ones you ever built?
Yeah.
Well, those don't exist anymore. We need some new ones.
We're going to give those away. Just to let you know. So, I cleaned them up. I put that one on. Long story short, God dang, I got to get to the point. Long story, I'm going to get some sleep tonight. I'm going to be great tomorrow. We're going to do Scout things tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we're going to do 55 things tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've only got so long here. We have to make a long road trip next week, or one of us does anyways.
I mean, we, whatever.
Yeah, the royal we.
Yeah.
So at some point tomorrow, we're going to go see Don Dial. He has the 55. Dad got most of the body work done. Actually, he didn't get no body work done. He got the panels put on. Got a brand new door on it. Brand new quarter panel on it. Don is already got the front frame on it.
Man, dude, it looks so cool too. Like
he's already chopped it off, and it literally has a Nova subframe under it.
That's cool.
It's gonna be so cool.
I think we touched on why we used the Nova subframe, but maybe not.
Well, we have all the stuff from the OG, and we have all the stuff from the MPK car that we front halved.
Mm-hmm.
So we have badass TRZ A-arms.
Billet spindles, billet steering arms.
Yes.
Lightweight brakes.
Yes. All that stuff because we had really nice Willwoods on the car before, but they were street car stuff.
And they
had
broke.
and they were big and heavy. and they broke.
Yeah.
So we can't use any of that anymore. And it's been years since I've looked for anything for a 55 frame. They probably have nicer stuff now. But at the time, the only thing that we could get was the AutoFab stuff, and it was really nice. It wasn't AutoFab?
AutoFab. Yeah, no, that's crazy that you remembered that.
After all them years.
It's crazy.
AutoFab.
It is AutoFab.
And it's nice stuff.
And you know
Don't get me
what? They're
wrong.
pretty much the only ones still making it because Wade just went searching for his Tri-5, and that's really all he found.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. It's not really necessarily just drag stuff, though.
No,
like, that is like you're gonna drive the car around street.
Yep.
You know. So the stuff that we have is gonna be way lighter. The whole front subframe is gonna be lighter than what was on it.
Yep. It's gonna have a front steering rack instead of that stupid rear deal.
Oh yeah, the 55 Chevy's a rear steer.
Yeah.
It will not be a rear steer anymore. We gotta go cut some trees back there, man.
Yeah, they're
Them
making all
things
kinds of
are
noise.
just all over it, and I didn't realize it was
Just
that
messing
bad.
up your shop.
I know. Like peeling the paint off out there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put these on, and we're gonna gather up all the parts that we have to take to Dawn. We still haven't got the heads back yet, but hopefully we'll have them this week. We did get a different cam for the motor. Why did we get a different cam for the motor?
I just feel like I made up that cam myself that was in it. So I'm not a cam guy. I was just trying something.
So why'd you do that?
I was trying stuff. It seemed to work, but
Who made up this cam that's going in it?
a cam guy. His
There
name
you
is
go.
Martin Smallwood. He's the guy that did the camshaft in Shop Truck. And I don't know, he's good at what he does, so I got one for it. And plus we had the heads ported, so I had him match the cam to the heads.
We did. So the heads are being ported now, you know, because we needed more power. That thing needed to be faster.
Yeah, it wasn't near fast
It
enough.
wasn't fast enough. Not with me behind the wheel.
Yeah,
Dad behind the wheel is plenty fast.
too fast.
But we're doing a few other little things to it, like we're setting the motor back a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. You know, we got to change the firewall and shit that's all beat up in that deal anyways.
Yep.
So we got one that is just a little bit set back. We're going to set it back just a little bit. You know, lighten up that front end a little bit for some small tire stuff.
That's right. Get up on the tire.
Yeah. Other than that, we've got to take him motor plates. We're not going to take him them. Hopefully the heads will be done this week. And as soon as the heads get done, we'll probably change the cam. While the heads are off of it, because that is always a smart thing to do.
Right.
We got these badass QA1 shocks. That, what's crazy, man? How crazy is it that we got these QA1 shocks for the 55? Let me see. So we got these things for the shocks. These are their new mod shop.
They're badass.
It's a really nice piece. And what's crazy is we got these when we were building the 55. This guy right here made it to where we could not put them on
Yeah.
with the AutoFab brakes. The AutoFab brake 100% covered this all up to where I don't care what you did. We could have put a 90 right here,
Maybe.
and cut a little bit of stuff out and got around it. But at the point we were like, man, we just want to go on this cruise.
Yep.
So we left the shocks that were on it years ago whenever we raced it. And so we fucked them up.
Ruined.
And now we have these
They
that
can go-
will fit. Oh,
What? We pointing at over there?
my bad. My bad. That will fit on the new subframe and TRZ spindles and all that stuff. So, I don't really know if this
Oh yeah, I
spring
forgot
will
we
work
had
out.
Chris valve these for the
Yeah,
car
no, these are
too.
kinetics.
Yeah, this is like real race car stuff. Our buddy Chris over at Kinetic Engineering like valve these specifically for what we're doing with the 55.
Yes. And remember they had said this 300 spring was going to be way too light? I guess we'll see. But anyways, so I'm getting all the stuff out that Don says that he needs pretty soon. We did buy another motor plate. What's that, like the fourth one for this deal now, right?
Yeah.
Remember we fucked that one up?
Yeah, we measured once and cut 4 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So anyways, I'm over the tire thing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this deal on right now, and then I'll show y'all something else.
We picked something up.
We're gonna show them?
Yeah, we picked
Here's what it is, man. At this point, everybody knows that the OG is getting a whole lot done to it.
Right.
A whole lot done to it. So we're gonna show you guys some stuff in just a minute, as soon as I get this thing out.
Here, let me pan over here real quick. Oh, got y'all. Everyone loves when you change tires.
Why? Because I'm so good at it? Look, these are the ones that we'll give away. Okay, so this one's not bad. Like, this one I think could be fixed.
Yeah, you could beat that out.
But, I don't know.
That's not near as bad as the wheels I just bought for my wagon.
No, it's not. But this guy right here,
Scratch!
this guy right here is fucked.
I mean, it smooth broke this spoke. Just broke it. And that's a thick wheel specifically for street driving.
Okay, this one's the passenger side. Passenger side. That means that this one is the driver's side. It needs to go like this. Yep. Man, that smells good.
Yeah, it does.
Man, it makes me want to drink it. This is the driver's side, did I say?
Yes. Slid right on there.
Yeah, dude.
Man, it smells like a,
It smells like cotton, almost like cotton candy.
you know. Here he goes, guys.
Look at that. I almost could get it on. I bet I can. What do you want to bet?
Oh, I'm sure. There it is.
There it is.
Everyone's going to throw a fit in the comments now. Why don't you use that thing how it's supposed to be used?
Ah, fuck off.
Oh. Yep, so how should we give these things away?
I don't know.
What do y'all think? I don't know, we'll figure it out. Really need to be home more than 2 days at a time to do giveaways. Or I feel like anyways.
There it goes. It was loud a minute ago.
Here it comes.
God dang. There's another one right here. I'm gonna turn it away from me. Then he can't see it. It's gotta be going, right?
There it is. I need to get rid of this stack of tires. I need to put those on my truck before we leave again.
That's a wide wheel, wide tire.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put 40 in the other one. What do you run in yours?
40?
Okay. I'll balance them later, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like you balance the ones on your little truck.
That's right. I'm gonna balance them the same way.
Yeah.
Man, they look just like they did when we first got them.
Like nothing ever happened.
I know. Almost like the crash never existed.
Nope, that's just a figment of your imagination.
Yep. Man, it's a good looking wheel though.
Yeah. No, they did a good job. And then they made the rears match real nice too.
Yep. Okay, so
You want to show this thing?
Oh, whatever. Right? Yeah, good. So we picked up this pile while we was in Boston.
Austin?
So we are going to take off these front wheels because we're going to put these on the OG. Look how nice these deals are.
More Bogarts. We Bogart everything around here.
Yep. So You know why? Because they're light. I am going to use the steering rack, the hub, caliper, everything off of this right here for the 55.
So this isn't an update on the OG. This is an update on the 55.
Yes.
And some parts that it's getting.
Yes.
From some chassis.
From the OG.
Some old pile.
It is what it is. Whoever had this deal didn't take very good care of it.
Dry.
Man, those bearings are bad. We can't put that on the 55. It's alright, we'll put new bearings in it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna have to pull them out, read the numbers, figure out what they are.
Yeah.
Pretty dry, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't ever run any grease in them.
You don't?
It's faster if you don't. Remember at that time whenever we were trying to get the tires to roll real good? I never put no grease on them.
That didn't really work either,
Well,
though.
you put no, it still didn't really roll that good. But you dip them in like transmission fluid or something. That's all we ever put on them. Probably should have done it every once in a while.
Yeah.
I got that from Duffy. Like, he's the one that told me to. Bearings.
You gonna dent your car all up too?
Oh yeah, put riblets in it. They say grease slows the bearing down.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, but
Also, keeps the life a little bit
Yeah.
longer too. Now I'll pack bearings and everything for this one, especially for something that you're going to drive around on the street.
yeah.
See, this one don't feel bad. We'll know here in a minute though. That one's okay.
That one over there drags the ground
no,
more.
it's not. It's not okay. Should be able to pull all this off apart by hand.
Oops.
I doubt I made it that tight.
No.
It's 4L80.
Yeah. Can't ever have too many of them.
At least whenever we pull this apart and look for all the numbers on it, we're gonna be able to see it all.
Because it ain't covered in grease.
Nope. Ooh, there'd been some grease in there at one point. Not too bad. Probably grease them up and they'll be all right, but
Yeah.
we'll get new ones.
So, there's that stuff. So we can get closer on getting the 55 finished.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
Yeah.
Like, it was done.
Yeah. It was cool. It made cool Pro Charger noises.
Yeah. But we still got quite a bit to do. Like, aside from setting the motor in it, putting everything back together, we still don't have any of the headlights, Be Cool is still sending us or building us another radiator, just like the one that was in it, except I did change a couple of things. Man, that front bumper. That front bumper,
man.
They're still like $1,100.
Damn.
That was $800 or $900, wasn't it?
Either way.
I remember whenever I first bought that thing, I was like, man, this is the coolest thing ever. Because normal 55 Chevys are a 3-piece bumper. This was a single, and it didn't have no bolt holes or nothing in it. And so I paid a lot for it. Didn't hold up so well.
No.
You got the
It's like that metal wasn't very strong.
raw end of the deal on that, didn't it?
I mean, it was the first thing to take the
It was
impact.
the first thing to see any kind of action.
Yeah. And it immediately said, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Hey, this thing's serious, guys.
This wall is not going anywhere.
And then it continued to fuck shit up behind it.
Get ready, guys. It's going to hurt.
Yeah. Brace for impact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then what? We're going to take all this stuff to Dawn in the morning?
No, in the morning we're going to get the Scout.
Oh, yeah. Scout things.
Scout.
Yep.
And then pull the top off of it. Like, we've never seen this thing. Well, me and you talked about it yesterday.
Yeah.
We've never seen this thing with the top off.
No.
Like, think about Kilo. Think about Kilo when we took the top off of it for the first time. We were like, whoa!
Yeah.
Because I didn't even really care about getting a top for it at first. Remember that?
Oh,
And
yeah.
then Jake was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I'm probably not even going to get a top for it when we go to SEMA.
Yeah.
And he's like, me, got to have a top on it. And I was like, but they're so cool with no tops on them.
Yeah.
He's like, but you got to have a top. And then I spent all the money to find a top. Which,
Yep.
by the way, guys, just to let everybody know, I had heard at auction 2 weeks ago, Kilo sold for $80,000.
Who's crazy now?
Hey, I think it's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody's like, are you mad because you didn't get that much out of it? Hell no, I'm not.
No.
At least it didn't depreciate.
Yep.
You know, I mean, look, I put it up for sale for a certain amount of money that I was cool with getting. I made money on it, and then the people that I sold it to, I'm pretty sure they sold it to somebody else, and then those people took it to an auction and got $80,000 out of it.
That's pretty cool.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, so at every time it has been sold, somebody's made money off of it.
Yep.
At least they didn't look at it and go, this thing's a piece of shit. I ain't giving you that much. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it was nice.
Very
Like,
nice.
It's a nice build.
Except for that exhaust.
The exhaust did suck. Hopefully that's not on it anymore.
Hopefully they change that.
But other than that,
No, it was super
It was cool.
clean. Fat Fabs did an amazing job on everything they did. Your dad did an amazing job on all the body work as always. It was just a cool ride. It had
Yeah,
a 400
and
horsepower motor in it.
yeah, and that's kind of the way that the Scout is. The
Yep.
Scout's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
And so think about the first time we took. Actually, no, we saw the Kilo a lot with no top on it. Think about the first time we saw it with a top on it. We went, holy shit!
Yep.
Because man, it was bad.
Yep.
And then we saw it forever with a top on it. And then we took the top off again. And we're like, holy shit, this thing's bad with no top on it.
Yep.
I feel like that's the way we're going to be with the Scout. So tomorrow morning, the reason that it's been over at Iron Goat, guys, is because they didn't finish the rear of it the way that I wanted it done. Thing's got big, badass, long travel-ish. It's not really it's not long travel.
It's got huge
But
coilovers
it's
on the
got
front.
big Fox coilovers on the front, and then they put springs with shocks on the back, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Like, if it got coilovers on the front, man, it's got to ride the same. If we jump it, it would have pogoed, and the back end would have came over the front end, and
Which would have made for killer video,
yeah,
but
I don't want to roll the thing yet. There's no roll
Yeah.
bar or nothing in it.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be cool, man. We got a whole bunch of shit from Kicker to put in it. Ugh. How much you gotta do to your truck?
I just got to put that intake on and do the pipe.
So not a whole lot.
No, we can do that tomorrow night. I'm going to get the intake on it tonight. Monkey's going to come over and help me build the pipe for it. And other than that, it's just making sure the bump button's going to work, and because it's tuned,
Because
you
look,
know.
guys, we got Al Armageddon, of course, this weekend. So
I mean, we can pull this thing out tomorrow, right? Like the trailer, and
Yeah.
pull the Scout in here, and I
Yeah.
can put the stereo in it.
yeah. well, I'm gonna put everything where I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's pretty small,
Yeah.
so there's not a whole lot of room. But yes, as soon as we get that thing, we're gonna pull the top off of it, and then we're gonna take all this stuff out to Dawn. So we've got a lot to do in a short amount of time. If we had rear gears, I'd put it in it, and then I'd drive the thing out there. Tomorrow's just Tuesday, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we're still good. Wednesday, we got to go take the trailer out there, park it, and then put the awning and everything out.
Yep.
And then at some point, we'll take the Scout out there.
I mean, we should be able to finish the Scout tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the stereo stuff.
You still got to wire up the head unit.
No, it works. I wired it up whenever we had it.
Oh, yeah.
The radio worked when we took it. Yeah, you couldn't hear it.
Couldn't hear nothing.
Because of diesel.
Because diesel, turbo, and straight pipe.
Yes.
Not to mention Cummins.
Yes. So just loud.
It's just loud. Okay. So guys, look, we're gonna try to do as much as we possibly can when we're home. Obviously, I got to get the Wagoneer up. It had been sitting for the whole 5 weeks that we've been gone, and there's some oil underneath it. Looks to me like it's coming from the transfer case.
Yep.
So, we haven't really showed a whole lot about the Wagoneer, just because the stuff that we build and like to show, we like to beat on them and stuff. There's just nothing really special about this. This is just something that I really enjoy driving.
It's kind of your driver for the mountains.
I enjoy driving it. I don't want to beat on it, because if I beat on it, then I'm gonna end up putting a rear end in it, and I don't want to do all that. I just wanted something that I could fire it up when it's cold at the mountains, and have AC, and have heat, and all that stuff, and you know, we felt like a 6-liter and a 4L80 would do the job.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
we didn't even put a cam in it. Like,
no.
We changed the cam in that deal and still didn't put a cam in it.
No.
We put another stock cam.
Well, it had a cam in it, and then we put a stock cam in it because those cheap-ass lifters ate the cam up.
Yes. So I didn't care about none of that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and then we put a big muffler on it to where you can't hear it run.
It's a cool truck to drive.
It is. It's awesome. Especially when you're in the mountains. There's a difference in being cool and driving it around here, and then being up in the mountains and driving that deal.
Yeah.
It's totally different. So, at some point, whenever we have time, and I can go to the mountains, I'll take that thing back up there.
You gonna drive it or trailer it?
Well, I gotta get home. So,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind driving it. But I don't want to show up after not being able to go to the mountain house in a couple of months, and there'll be oil everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
So, need to fix that before anything. But it's cool.
Very.
What else?
Man, I think that's kind of it for now, unless, you know, we're going to run parts out to Dawn's right
Good
now.
eyes to see that. If we're gonna what?
Run that stuff out to Dawn's now. Other than that, it's just getting the part numbers off those bearings and packing
Picking
those.
them up and packing them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll just pick up some bearings on the way, or we probably need to call and see if they got them, because you know, we'll either have to go to the 15th store, or they're gonna order them in.
Yeah.
And if they order them in, then we need to know today, and then we'll pack them and put them on once we get out there. I'll do all that. Motor plates and stuff. What else do we got to take to Dawn? We got a mid plate and a motor plate, right?
Yep.
Same Motion Works deal?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Got those sent in while we were gone. I think that's it for today.
Tires. I'll put them in the bed of the truck. Take the dually in the morning. I think that's it, man. I think I'm gonna go clean up. Aiden's got baseball tonight, and he's got baseball games this weekend.
Man, it's in way better shape than the last time we seen it.
Yeah, it's still it's still rough.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, it's
It was crashed.
yeah, yeah. It's definitely better than what it was, man, and it's on its way to being fixed. So that's really all you can say.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
They killed it on the front frame swap, though. Look at that. You can't even tell that that frame don't go to that frame.
So, like we mentioned, we actually took a Nova front subframe, and they made it look like it came on this car. Like, you can't even tell that it didn't. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. And then we went ahead and got this, what is that, a 3-inch
I
setback?
think it's a 3-inch.
Something like that, because if you guys remember, we had beat the firewall in a little bit to clear the valve covers and stuff from that motor.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna set this back even just a little bit further. Not a whole lot, but yeah. There's a donk over there.
Oh, yeah. That looks familiar.
Yeah.
Looks like it's been on fire.
It does.
We got all the parts that we were gathering up yesterday, and come out here to Don Dials to drop them off.
Yep, got the mid plate and motor plate here. I guess we probably should open them up and make sure, right?
Yeah. This is the front suspension off of the MPK car. Once we front halved it, didn't have any use for it anymore, but now we have a use for it. Going on the 55. So all said and done, they'll actually cut this big heavy piece out and it'll all be tubular. I assume the front frame horns will end up tubular. That gonna bolt in there somewhere. It's pretty, like I'm just amazed at how good they made that look.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the 55 frame and the frame from a Nova, they're not the same width, they're not the same height, they're not anything. And they had to make it fit right and still sit on the ground right and everything. That's a lot.
Yes.
But you can see they leveled everything with these pipes, welded everything to the front of this frame, did the same thing back there, welded it to the chassis. So basically they made themselves, because their chassis jig that they normally make stuff off of, like they made fucking the new MPK car, they made it on that.
Yep.
So they basically made their own right here.
Pretty cool, man.
So he'll still have to come in here, cut this right here, cut this right here, open that all up, and then build a bracket off for the coilovers. Lock this off, and then depending on where the motor's at, he'll run another one underneath it somewhere. But he doesn't want to run it underneath to get in the way of the steering or anything like that.
So that's kind of where we're at. We've had a ton of questions about an update on the 55. Richard got the new quarter on it. Got all this replaced. Got that replaced. I mean,
he's still got a lot to do.
There's been quite a bit of work done, but there's still quite a bit to do. So
yeah. You can open that door and see.
I don't know how to open it.
Is there not a handle on the inside? Surely he's got something in there. Yep. And look at all the work that he had to do inside there.
Shoo.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, you can see everything that he's had to put in here. And Richard's door is always shut like butter. Maybe a little too far in.
Well, it's too far in because there's no rubber in there right now.
It's like the fourth one of those we've had.
We've had a couple of them.
Luckily, Motion keeps those in stock.
That thing's pretty heavy.
Weight is a sign of reliability.
Where did he go?